Hi, today we are going to on computer system and we will learn about what are the types of computer and what are the types or components inside a computer, and we will also see what the types of memories and also what is software, how do we classify them. We'll be discussing all those stuff in this video, so let's start. First, computer. Computer means, according to Wikipedia, a computer is a machine that can be instructed to carry out sequence of arithmetic or logical operations automatically via computer programming. And we have several types of computer. And as we already know or see that even our smartphone are computers. So types of computer, first of all we have PC, personal computer, that which we usually see at home, like laptop also will be counted as PC. Next is a smartphone, and when we talk about microcontroller, we should think about some kind of smart device, like device which can close the door in a specific time and device which can close a window in a specific instruction or specific time, and so on. So it is just very small computer. And we do have a workstation. Workstation are better than PC. Like person who usually work with a professional workstation, like recording music, editing photos, image, editing movies, videos, and so on. They usually use workstation instead of normal personal computer. And next we have mini computer. And mini computer is a mid-sized multiprocessing system which can also allow several users to use the system at the same time. And next is mainframe computer. Mainframe computer is a bit bigger again, so it can do forecasting, weather forecasting, and it can also perform a huge and a big task in or within a small periods of time. And supercomputer, as we know, they are used for research purpose and for scientific purpose. As you can see in the screen that we have desktop PC, laptop. These two may be classified as personal computer. And we do have a smartphone, mainframe, embedded. Embedded system are microcontrollers like camera, fridge, TV, as we can see in the previous slides. And computer can be termed into three parts: hardware, software, and users. Why user? Because sometimes a software itself can be a user and a person can be a user. And when we track animals like cow or animal, so they can be also a part of a user, depending on how the computer will use them as a user. Well, hardware, software, they are totally different. Hardware are the physical components which we can see, touch, and feel there. Software are the programs or the application which are running on a computer system on top of the hardware. And user will use the system hardware through interaction from software. Next, we have a hardware. Hardware can be classified into these four groups. First will be input unit, second will be memory unit, third will be CPU, central processing unit, and output unit. So what do we mean by input unit? Input units are those devices which are used for giving instruction to the computer, like mouse, joystick. When we play games, the input are taken from mouse, keyboard, joystick, and so on. Even a touch screen or a sensor can be an input device. Now, output device, on the other hand, display the results to the user, like monitors, projector, speaker, printer, and so on. Next, we have memory. Memory can be classified into two parts: primary memory and secondary memory. These hold up instruction, execute them, and the execution part are sometimes need to be stored in temporary memory. That also comes under memory. And when the memory is holding some instruction, it is to be passed to the brain of the computer, which is CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. So this is the brain of a computer. Further, we will see the classification of CPU. Now let's see what are the examples. Once again, input unit, we have a keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, sensors, touchscreen, and so on. Next, in the output unit, we have monitor, printer, plotter, speaker, again the touchscreen, projector, plotters, everything comes as an output device. Okay, then let's dive deeper into memory. So as I already told you earlier that memory can be classified into two parts, primary memory and secondary memory. Secondary memory are those memory which can hold our data without feeding the power or without feeding any charges. Our data are still safe there, like hard disks, SSD, compact disks, digital versatile disks, DVD, floppy disks, pen drive, etc. And in primary memory, we can have two parts. That is volatile memory and non-volatile memory. Volatile memory are RAM, and non-volatile memory can be ROM. Well, volatile memory needs power to run the memory and to hold up information, whereas non-volatile does not need powers to hold the instruction or data. Again, RAM can be classified into two types: SRAM, static RAM, and DRAM, that is dynamic RAM. So in dynamic RAM, there is a clock, so it holds instruction for a specific period, and if it still need to be there in the random access memory, then again the same data is fed into the DRAM and it holds until again and again. And whereas in static RAM, once the charge are given, then we can give information, data into the RAM, and it stay there until and unless the user wipe them out manually, and it is very efficient compared to dynamic RAM. And in ROM we have PROM, EEPROM, EEPROM, etc. Normal ROM are already coming from the manufacturer with a pre-program, and sometimes manufacturers ship ROM read-only memory without any instruction within it. So another manufacturer or another shipper will write a program into the ROM that is programmable read-only memory, but once the program is written in the ROM, it cannot be erased. And next we have EEPROM, which is erasable programmable read-only memory. In this type of ROM, the program can be edited or updated or manipulated. We can erase the program and reload another instruction. But in this case, we need some special tools from the manufacturer once again. And this problem will be solved by EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. So a user can simply update the ROM read-only memory in his PC using a particular software or updater. In this way, it will be more convenient for the user to update the information or instruction for the ROM. As we can see in the screen, the first green one is RAM, and there are several types of RAM even for the PCs, like DDR1, DDR2, DDR3, DDR4, and so on. And the capacity may be different or differ from each other. Next we see pen drive, hard disk, SSD, compact disk, and DVD. All these are memory devices. And I would like to mention once again about the memory units. 1 bit is going to be counted as the smallest number or memory unit system, but 1 nibbles is equal to 4 bits and 8 bits equal to 1 byte, but 1 nibble is equal to half byte, as you can see in the screen. And 1024, that is 1024 bytes, is equal to 1 kilobyte, and we usually write in the short form KB. And 1024 KB is equal to 1 MB. 1024 MB is equal to 1 GB. 104 GB is equal to 1 TB. 1024 TB is equal to 1 PB. 1024 PB is equal to 1 HB. 1024 HB is equal to 1 ZB. And 1024 ZB is equal to 1 YB. 1024 YB is equal to 1 BB. And 1024 BB is equal to 1 byte. Next is central processing unit. So central processing unit can be classified further into 3 parts, that is ALU, CU, and MU. ALU stands for arithmetic logic unit, and this is the main brain of the CPU itself. So arithmetic logic unit calculates the mathematical logical instruction and distributes or feed the result back to the user, or feed the result to the concerned devices or units. And the CU control unit takes instruction from the input and store in the memory unit and pass it to the ALU for execution. And memory unit, as I said, it is a place where data are stored before they are executed and after they are executed. Next, factor affecting computer performance. We already see the different parts of computer, like input devices and output devices, the memory and the CPU. First of all, if the CPU speed is good enough, then the computer speed is said to be good. And if the speed of the CPU is slow, our program execution time also will take longer time. And the size of the RAM also matters. And the speed of the hard disk plays another important role. If the hard disk spin very slow, then fetching data from the hard disk also will take more times. And graphic cards plays very important role. If you are playing games or if you are editing movies, editing photos, then graphic cards plays very important role. As the graphic card speed is greater, your processing or graphic processing will take lesser time. And if your files on your hard disk or another type of memories are fragmented, then it usually takes times because the computer cannot recognize some of your deleted files. So you need to perform the fragmentation time to time. Next, we jump into the software, and we have 2 types of software in front of me. So before I explain them, software are the parts which we cannot see. They are a program, they are an application. So we cannot see them, but they are executed in order to make the hardware run as the user expectation. So software means it's a piece of program or bundle of programs which control the hardware for the user. So system software and application software are different from each other. System software are the software which actually control and interact with the operating system itself and also control the hardware. And application software are the program which are additional to the operating system and or the system software. Application software are like web browser, games, calculator, Office like Microsoft Office, etc. And we can define that system software as software designed to provide a platform for other software. And it also can be said as a type of computer program that is designed to run a computer hardware and application program. So application program runs on top of system software. And when we talk about operating system, they are sometimes referred to as system software because they directly interact with the hardware. So operating system like Microsoft Windows XP, Microsoft Windows 95, Microsoft Windows Vista, Microsoft Windows 10, and there are other distributions like Apple Mac OS 10, Apple Mac, and so on. That's why we used to refer as OS X for Apple desktop, and for your iPhone like iOS 11, iOS 10, iOS 9, and so on. Those also are the operating system. Even on your Android phone, you will see version 30, version 29, and so on. And operating system is an interface between the user and the hardware and enables the interaction of the computer, hardware, and software for the user. So operating system, on the other hand, is also a system software which may take commands from the user through application software and perform several tasks. So operating system functions are also placed in front of you. As you can see, first function device management, second is file management, memory management, process management, security management, storage management, and network management. So we will be discussing all these different functions of operating system in our next series, but not in this video. So next we will see what is DOS or DIX operating system. DIX operating system are CUI, console user interface. There are no icons like desktop icons, application icons, and so on. We can only see a black screen with text, and command will be typed with that. And on the right hand side, you can see that there is a Windows 10 screenshot. So this Windows 10 is a GUI because you can see their icons like desktop icons, start menu icons, taskbar icons, and when you click them, something can happen. Next, let's see what is application software. Application software, sometimes termed as apps, is a program or a group of programs designed for end user. Example of application software can be word processor, as I already mentioned before, like spreadsheet also can be an example, web browser, game console, photo editor, etc. The hardware is connected with the operating system, and operating system are also sometimes used by the application software. Again, those application software are being used by the user. In this way, we have a change of layer between the hardware and the user.